Jai Sri Krishna, and today is Sunday, so we are doing Ashtavakra Gita, and today we are doing verse 21. And if you remember in the verse 20, he says that let me read the verse 20 so that we can continue the 21. And Janak has just been enlightened, King Janak. So he's saying body, the notions of heaven and hell, bondage and freedom, as also anxiety, all these are mere imagination. What purpose have I with all these, I whose nature is pure consciousness? So he said, I just feel, because in our scriptures they say that you are pure consciousness. That's what you are. And as we go along, we see what Janak is feeling after enlightenment. So this is a revelation for us, that what do you feel when you are enlightened? So we continue on verse 21 now, and it's page 69 of the Ashtavakra Gita, a commentary by Swami Chinmayananji. Oh marvelous, Janak continues saying, oh marvelous, I do not find any duality even in the midst of human crowds. Like even when he's seeing so many people, still he's not seeing duality. He's seeing everything and everyone as one. I feel, Janak continues, King Janak, I feel like I'm in a forest. Towards what then should I feel attachment? So what is there to feel attachment and what is there to feel aversion? So let me read the commentary, and I think if you have been following Ashtavakra up to now, I don't think there is much to explain. Now, at this stage, this is Gyan, but now the point is to experience it. So let me read. In the previous verses, Janaka had explained how the universe of names and forms had rolled away from his perception and he was established in the experience of the infinite self. Which infinite self did he speak about in his previous verse? Pure consciousness. I continue. All concepts of the body, feelings of the mind, and judgment of the intellect have now no place in I, who am the pure consciousness. Naturally, I read, naturally one may wonder what would be the reaction of the man of wisdom in the social living while he is moving amidst a jostling crowd of other members of his community. So how would an enlightened person feel when he's not really in the forest but he's seeing people around him? So Janak continues, here is the question answered by Janak himself. The plurality is perceived only through the mind and intellect. When they are transcended, there is no perceiver to experience the plurality. Janak, living his own real nature, exclaims here, oh marvelous, I find no duality anywhere. Even in the midst of the crowds of other human beings viewed from the seat of pure consciousness, he recognized but the one self that reveals everywhere. Because suddenly everything and everyone is pure consciousness. The majestic aloneness felt by a wanderer in a forest is the example Janak is forced to employ here. So he says, he's using I feel like I'm in a forest, like I'm alone. So this is the same thing I feel even though I may be in a crowd. Even in a crowd, at some busy marketplace, he feels undisturbed as though he is in deep forest all alone. Since he is thus experiencing only the vision of the self everywhere, how can attachments to the worldly things ever spring forth in the bosom of such a man of realization? How can he come to sport with sense objects? He is ever identified with the divine self, and all his movements and relationships are his spontaneous play. So yes, as I continue saying, keep reading, keep listening until the experience, until the grace descends. See, we are only concerned with listening, reading. But when a critical mass is achieved by us because of our efforts probably and our understanding of the words, then grace descends. And it is then that what we read here or what we hear here is experience. So until next Ashtavakra Gita session, you take care and God bless.